Going to a football game in the middle of pandemic feels like an undergoing endurance test in a reality TV show. A pre-match message instructs me to arrive at Hamden Park in Glasgow, where people scrolling kick off against the Republic. I must wear a mask at all times. I must take all food from a microbag into a plastic provided setting, and all the catering allowed to be shot. From romancy burgers or cartons of the Pepsi to keep me going. When I immediately turn up the stadium, 3 years ago, the crowds are critically spot. The pub outside of the floor is a photo of what's calling flag looked like a temperature turning. But when I suggest to a steward that might go get a drink ahead of the game, all look of concern proceeds are kindly faced. Be careful which pub you're going to, she said, while I see you coming. What is referring to? Could it be the down to put bag emphasized that I'm floating? I have given my spare ticket to a rear scout. My friend Ella's therapist from Edinburgh, so also now 100% at home in Glasgow. We decided to take that file and skip the pub. Inside the stadium, we encounter a fan, the loudest tartan suit I've ever seen, including a tiny tartan cloth bag. I pose for a photo with him and he tells me I had a tailor-made son. It fits me like a glove. It is not just cover regulation that makes this unique and peculiar European tournament. Euro 2020, as a Europe student system calling, has also come into the cultural wars. It is not just the regulation that makes this unique and peculiar tournament. 2020, as Europe student system calling it, has also becoming. Also stopped becoming. Into the culture wars. National football team and symbol of the nation. But that's not a straightforward task at a time when nationality is so fiercely contested. The pressing issue for Scotland is independent. For England, it is race. The English football team has decided to take the knee before matches as a protest against racism. But each time they do, they are booed by significant section of their own supporters. Even the government seems uncertain about how to respond. After stating for a while, Bolton's Prime Minister condemned the blame and urged fans to get behind the team. But 2 members of his cabinet, Jacob Rees-Mogg and Pri Patel, defended the protesters and expressing condemned the masses of Black Lives Matter movement. After a British Home Secretary accused the player of indulging in gesturing politics, players from the England team whose pre-game press conferences are normally confined to discussing tactics, injuries, and the autonomous inside the camp are now being added to welcome secretary. It will be natural to assume the cabinet minister are better fluid than footballers, but the Johnson government has reason to be worried of the crossing with the England team. Last year, it went down to an economic defeat when it took a Microsoft spread over the extension of free school meal for poor families. Manchester United and England both mobilized and millions signatures behind the petition and forced the Johnson government to change tack. The 22-year-old Westbrook Declaration for Unit 2020 included a swing colleague of Obama, while plenty of tourists are prepared to flock in Westbrook. None are willing to take him in public. The culture wars of football are not just happening during the multiracial Belgian team took the knee in Russia ahead of their opening game. They were also booed by the crowd. The Russians also protested against Marxism. Viktor Orban, Prime Minister of Hungary, one of the host nations for 2020, defended the protesters and expressing racism but condemning the Marxist of Black Lives Matter movement. Patel, Britain's Home Secretary, has accused players of indulging in gesturing politics. Players from the England team whose pre-camp press conference are now confined to discussing tactics, injuries, and the administration inside camp are now being asked to rear Home Secretary. It would be natural to assume that cabinet minister are better equipped than footballers, but the Johnson government has reason to be worried of clashing with the England team. Last year, it went down to an economic defeat when it took a Microsoft for a better extent for free school meal for poor families. The Manchester United and England both mobilized and millions signatures behind the petition and forced the Johnson government to change that. The culture wars of football are not just happening in Britain. The multiracial Belgian team took the knee in Russia ahead of their opening game. They were also booed by the crowd. The Russians also protested against Marxism. Viktor Orban, Prime Minister of Hungary, one of the host nations for training, the fans were booing team that take the knee, saying they hunger and see the death at the provocation. Urban himself, Latin provocateur who has become a hero. Trump is right in America by issuing frequent warning about LG dangerous Europe being flooded by Muslims. But even some moderate conservatives are uncomfortable about football taking the knee. One prominent thinker in Britain announced that football has been a political space, but now the national team has become a source of division. I can see what it is this year's tournament inevitably brings the members of U96. When England also played their games at Wembley and the whole country, they seemed to get behind the team in an uncomplicated sort of way. Back then, packed the stadium, all joined in the singing up to the lines. Football's coming home, now the stadiums are largely empty, and some of the home crowds are actually from the players. But as somebody who has played many England games over the years, I know that the team was never mixed up with politics or race and religion. England games have always attracted a substantial number of Saudi hooligans and far-right supporters whose pre-game press conference are normally confined to discussing tactics, injuries, and the atmosphere inside the game, and now being asked to raise on security. It would be natural to assume that cabinet ministers are better players than footballers. But the Johnson government has reason to be wary of the collapsing with the England team. Last year, it went down to an enormous difference to come up with Strasbourg to extension preschool football fans. No. This seemed to get behind the income back then. Now the team England was a trick substantial number of hooligan far-right supporter whose trademark chant is no surrender to the eye. At the last European Football Championship in France in 2016, the ugly tradition of English football hooliganism emerged when I remarked to another fan that I didn't particularly enjoy being caught up in a near riot. Outside a bar in Marseille, I was told curtly, if you don't like it, you should stay at home and watch the game on television. Football ground in the 1970s was also where I saw the most overt racism that I ever witnessed in Britain. It was routine to see black flags barked by boos and mocked noises. The football authorities and commentators were silent about this for many years. So if the national side feels they want to make a statement about racism, it is hard to accuse them of being placed into a political space. But now the national team has become a source of division. I can see what it means. This year's tournament inevitably brings back members of U96. The football authorities and commentators were silent about this for many years, so if the national side will want to make a statement about racism, it is hard to accuse them of being forced into a political space. The politics, particularly the racial politics, have always been there. The identity issues are rather different for Scotland. Year 2020 comes as the Scottish government is ramping up demand for second independence referendum. This is the first major international tournament the team had qualified for since 1998, neatly fitting the narrative of national revival. Arriving in Scotland for the Scotland side that lined up to play. Arriving in Scotland for the first game of the tournament, I find the local paper full of optimism. In recognition of the enormity of the occasion, the Scottish government has even allowed school staff listen to a lot of kids watch the game against Czech lives. As a visiting English fan, I wonder how I feel about all this. I grew up supporting Scotland in big international tournament. The team has qualified for since as a visiting fan, I wonder how I feel about all this. I grew up supporting Scotland in big international tournament. I find the local paper full of optimism. As a visiting English fan, I wonder how I feel about all this. I grew up supporting Scotland in big international tournament. I had little options since England failed to qualify for the World Cup in 1974 and 1978. The British identity was less complicated back then. The intern played for the Scotland side but landed to play Brazil in 1974, where God saved the Queen. Although with the recording done not show the Scottish player looking particularly delighted. The team will be belting out loud Scotland loud enough to join up the conversation. The team starts the game with all the expected passion and steam forward. Their captain, Robertson, can be seen gesturing to his players to calm down. Then the check score and the air is sucked out of the stadium, and a group of children near me who continue to sharp on Scotland. 월드를 우방대가 프로즈인 거예요. After the match, this halftime we tried to can be seen to come. Then the tech score and the air sucked out of the stadium. At halftime, we tried to spend in the toilet next to the hand dryer. The only spot in hand. There's hopeful chatter around that Scotland might able to turn this round. But early in the second half, football history is made by the Czechs. The football Patrick Schick, the team center forward, get the ball on the halfway line and floats forward got a scorekeeper into net. It is one of the most brilliant goals any of us will ever witness. The crowd is now almost totally silent, apart from a tiny group of cheering Czechs on the other side of the stadium, and a group of children near me will continue happily shouting for Scotland. While the Reds around them was frozen in horror. After the match, Alastair reminds me that Scottish fans used to be bitter disappointment. Making the national football team on symbolic nation double-edged sword. We imagine them scoring wonderful goals and celebrating the fans. And what if your goalkeeper blundered for respect and tangled up in the net? Euro 2020 already delivered humbling setback for two football mad populator. Orban gave permission for capacity crowd to attend Hungary's opening game in Budapest against Portugal, only to see the national side lose 3-0. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, president of Turkey, traveled to Azerbaijan and sat in a place of honor next to Azerbaijan, from where he was able to see Turkey go down to 2-0 defeat against Wales. England fans also have a habit disappointing their most ardent fan. The side often portrays as the embodiment of what we like to believe are national characteristics: courage, calmness under pressure. In fact, as a recent piece by Jordan Gordon pointed out, England are uniquely bad at holding a lead in a tournament. The numbers seem to suggest they might even be battlers, and their warheads, the French and Italians, are much better at holding their note when they take a lead. If Gareth Southgate, the England major, can somehow break this cycle and turn England into a winning outfit, he will inadvertently provide a huge boost to Johnson government that is desperate for symbol of the success of Brexit Britain. But Southgate has subtly but mistakenly positioned himself to the left of the government when taking the lead. He leads a multiracial team and has fronted defended their right to make statements on subjects other than football. It has become said to recent in Britain the culture was always worked better for the right than the left. But football may have been an exception. All poll taken across Europe before 2020. Showed 54% of English football fans supported taking the knee with 39% opposed. If the England team can winning, the number in favour may rise along with the team's popularity. But once the right may find itself on the wrong end of the culture war, the duration of Euro 2020. I will care much less about who wins the culture war than who wins the tournament. For Scotland, Euro 2020 began with a deflating defeat. The England team disappointed their fans almost as reliably as the Scots, just slightly later in the day. On the other hand, this is a weird tournament. It's taking place in the middle of pandemic. The stadiums are quarter full and England are playing half decently. I am allowing myself to afford a weirdest outcome of the lot, an England victory.